Hello, 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 hello. Hello, greetings, everybody. Welcome to pre-market analysis for Wild Wednesday, March the 24th. March the 24th, folks. Literally, we are about 3 weeks away from earnings. If you are wondering why is that significant, well, maybe let's table that for the end of the week. But if we're 3 weeks away from trading, from earnings rather, earnings season is a huge opportunity here at Successful Trading. Well, actually, let me start from the top of the show. Welcome to Successful Trading, where we teach you how to take your trading to the next level. Is that a catchy enough? I'm still working on it. In any case, that's not my strong suit. I don't know what my strong suit is, but we know this much. The strong suit for some of these traders is to show up consistently each and every day here in pre-market. We have Miss Moss in the house. Good morning. Mr. Nick across the pond. So London is in the house. Beautiful gates representing the beautiful state of Nebraska. All right, folks. I am Telex. I am the one who is responsible for all of this Wahala. I apologize in advance. So today, before maybe I go into, I don't know, I was about to say preaching. I don't know if I'm a preacher or anything. Allow me to teach, please. Allow me to teach. If you are under the sound of my voice, the next, let's say, 4 to 5 minutes on here, let's every single time that I see one of these, I really cannot emphasize enough how if you master this, you are set for life. You are set for life. You can trade anything, and trust me, this market will give you opportunity to trade as much as you want. So the chart you are looking at is the chart for Western Digital. Western Digital, as part of one of our strategy, we have 5 strategies on here. If you would like to learn more about them, I believe there's a link that we provide on there to showcase all of our strategy. We have at least 5 main ones, but trust me, there are more than that. We are not shy, short of finding trades on here. I want to teach. I want to teach this chart. Yeah, I want each and everybody who is under the sound of my voice at this time, stop whatever you're doing, or if you're busy doing something, promise yourself that you're going to come and watch this video. Yeah, to watch this video. This is like the most important video in 2021 that you could watch, because the trade that we are going to break down here that's occurred yesterday on a Tuesday on Western Digital. Let me give you the result. Yeah, the result was big payout, almost a 10 bagger, right? Well, almost, yeah, a 10 bagger, because 10 bagger is 900%. Well, my point is that if you have one of these trades, even let's say once a month, and then you trade it confidently, and I'm going to show you how. Well, how do you think your accounts will be going? I want to, yeah, the reason I'm doing this because I want to minimize this. Well, minimize, I don't know. I made a big, yeah, a big thing on here. Let's see. So I need to decrease the font. Okay, very good. Okay, that's decreasing the font will help me somehow put it in a place where we can read it. So now let me go to my 15-minute chart again. Okay, so teaching is in session. Okay, I'm struggling on here. So, okay, so the font for this need to be, well, it's not really the font now. It's the positioning. Okay, let me try the positioning on here such that we can read that on the 15 minute. Okay, for whatever reason. Okay, so let's go back again to the video. That's a Lugober start here. Okay, how about you try to do this here? When we go to 15 minutes, how will it behave? Okay, it's good enough. Fantastic. Okay, this is good. All right, all right, all right, all right. So actually, you guys can read the whole thing, the whole enchilada. Yeah. Okay, this is fine. So this is a trade yesterday that came out of our trade alerts. So that's strategy number 2, if you will. Strategy number 1 is GangstA. They are not order in the order doesn't mean anything. Yeah. So strategy number 1 for you, if you're watching this show for the first time, GangstA trade, we are giving them by by order of apparition in the day, because the GangstA trade is the one we start in pre-market. Yes, that should, but that by itself, that statement by itself should really bring your curiosity bug in alive. Yeah, they are trading option in pre-market. Oh my God, what's going on there? Yeah, so GangstA trade, the trade alerts. The third strategy is the newly renamed Friday No Wahala, because they used to call them Friday Lotos, but I don't think people realize what they are. Yeah, and we have swing trades, overnight swing trades, and as number four, the fifth one. I mean, the fifth one. How can trading spy on Monday, Wednesdays, on Friday, on expiration day be a number five? I don't know about you, but definitely somebody will have something to say about that. So in any case, let's teach a little bit on here. So on this chart, you have a clear entry on a 15-minute chart. Yes, why 15-minute chart? People, you may think that, oh my God, so this guy is saying that we have to wait for how long before we get into a trade? Yeah, maybe 15 minutes at least, if you are using the 5-minute chart, right? But sometimes it's even okay after 30 minutes. Trading a directional trade, you don't, the entry, the confirmation of the direction is more important than getting in the trade early. That's the bottom line here. That's what I want to bring to your forefront. Meaning, when there is a directional trade. So we're going to talk about this trade, but more importantly, I'm going to ask you to, I'm going to share with you that, hey, please spend time trading this type of pattern. And I will show you very easily where to find them each and every day. Starting today, you promise yourself that I need to trade puts. I need to trade puts. Yeah, many of you, we know. How do I know? Traders tell me in one-on-one coaching. Yeah, we have been doing a lot of one-on-one coaching. Yeah. The last couple of weeks, literally every single night, there are 2 coaching sessions. And over the weekend, I spent the last Saturday just doing coaching sessions. Back to back to back. It's okay. I enjoy it. It's not bad. It's actually helped me. I'm looking at charts, so meaning I'm doing my preparation for the next week. So we have one single indicator here. The way that we approach trading here at Successful Trading, it's one of those, how the American likes to put it, the KISS rule. Yeah, KISS rule, KISS, keep it simple and sweet. Yeah, I didn't want to use the whatever they use for the S. Yeah, I like sweet. So keep it simple and sweet. So keeping it simple, we give you one indicator how to enter trade as part of our trading strategy. As a matter of fact, there's a video on YouTube to do that, to show that. I will make sure that at least tomorrow I'm gonna go that video again. So below this indicator called VWAP, volume weighted average price, posting lower lows, you enter your put. But the part that I want to teach you to bring forth on here today is to be able to identify when to scale in, meaning that the trade is giving you money, right? At some point, do not be content. That's what I'm writing on here. Do not be content just to say, oh, I bought one. First of all, we teach you to take at least 3 contracts if you can. And this contract are cheap. I mean, depending on your starting capital, your trading capital, right? They are cheap, meaning typically you're trading things, I mean, even out of this strategy, you're trading contracts that are below 50 cents. And if, let's say, your capital doesn't allow you to trade something, let's say, that has moved, because here, you could still enter this trade here on this candle. What time is it here? The time here, it's 11:30 Eastern. Yes, 11:30 Eastern. The stock is still trending down. So you can still take that trade. Yeah? So this is the thing that I want to make an emphasis for you today. Number 1, trade, convince yourself, trade put. Puts pay more, because this type of pattern, we have seen a lot of days, each and every day. And before we are done here in 2 minutes, as we're approaching 6 a.m. Eastern time, no, Pacific time, which means that it is, what time it is? 1 p.m. in London. All week long, we're going to make sure that to London, so meaning 2 p.m. in Abuja, and about 9 p.m. in Singapore, where we have Mr. Adrian and Space Trade trading from. All right, so a clear downtrend. This is a trade where really no wahala type of trade. You get into it, the trend is your friend, you follow it. The stock never trying to even challenge the closest resistance, which is the yellow line, exponential moving average 20. Sometimes you will see the stock trying to rebound or anything. This never did it yesterday. this payout overall, we said that overnight, it was a 900% gain on this option. The option that's for us, we were tracking from last Thursday because our computer gave us what we trade the following week. We don't give you trade each and every day. No, we have a fancy, an AI computer that generates trade for us ahead of time. So meaning you even have the entire weekend to prepare, if you will, which one you're going to be trading. So meaning when something like this happens, you may have already set up your alerts. You just go and execute the trade on this. But I want you to make it that at least once a week you trade something like this. Yeah, how do you find it? Well, come to successful trading, because for us, we know how to make money in both directions. But when you find yourself in this trade, do not just be content to say, oh, okay, my trade is winning. Ask yourself, how can you maximize your gain? So meaning you can scale in by buying more puts contract in this case. So buying more put contract, the question could be, okay, are the puts that you're currently trading a little bit more expensive? Have they gone in value? Then that's okay. Pick a further out of the money strike price that's cheaper. Then enjoy bigger percentage return, because when you buy something at, let's say, 10, 20, 30, 40 cents, for instance, right? Well, the stock, without the stock being in the money, your option being in the money, your percentage gain is going to be much bigger than somebody, percentage gain, not the amount of money. Let's be clear on that. I don't want somebody to be telling me, oh, this guy doesn't know what options are. Trust me, I've been trading options long enough to tell you that you don't need to be in the money to make big money. So for us on here yesterday, though the 67 puts were the one that we were tracking overall, we even used the 63 and a half. It never went in the money, but my friend, those they make a lot of money off toward the end. And then obviously, depending on your risk profile, you can take scale profit along the way. So this is something that I wanted to teach this morning on here, because a lot of traders, I don't know, so let me know the traders who are in our Discord room, how many people traded Western Digital yesterday? How many people traded Western Digital yesterday? Please do tell me, did you trade Western? I even shared the chart of Western Digital halfway through, didn't I? How many people traded Western Digital yesterday? I mean, we spend a lot of time saying, oh, we are looking after trades, but we don't trade the ones that are in front of us. Yeah? Ask yourself, right, if you have been a successful trading, are you maximizing your opportunities on here? Because a trade like Western Digital, I can tell you, will set you out for a good month. It was 800% win, and well, easy in the sense, not easy, but once you get in the trade, managing it properly would have gotten you all the way. Now, let me go a step further. How can you and I, outside of successful trading, because successful trading, maybe you can say, oh, not every single day do we have opportunities like this one. Fine. But if I want to trade this opportunity, my friend, I have no problem. Here's what I will do. As simple as that. I will come here. Literally, so let's say a trend, it needs about, let's say, a good 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, trend are usually. So after 30 minutes, I can come here. I will come here on FinViz and just do this. Yeah. In the live session, I will ask FinViz, oh, show me the stocks that are trending down. Yeah? You pick one chart, you're going to see it will resemble, chances are it will most likely resemble what the trend of Western Digital yesterday. And you can trade that. So if you need to start doing that in your paper account, fine. But do that such that you are comfortable, you are confident trading puts. That's the best thing that I could tell you really on this pre-market analysis, stock market technical analysis for Wednesday, Wednesday of all days, March the 24th. It is high time for you and I to start taking our trading to the next level. And for that, we need, I don't know, the gusto, the whatever. There's something that needs to be changed to say that, hey, it is perfectly okay to make money on a stock that's going down, and you will make a lot of it. So what are you afraid of? That's my challenge to you today. And imagine, this is earnings season again, it's in about 4 weeks. In earnings season, you think that you're going to be trading only calls? In 2021, get out of your way of just trading calls. There is more money to be made on the bearish side. I kid you not. All right. So, okay, that's my teaching of the day. So thank you for allowing me the time to do that. If that message doesn't resonate, it's perfectly fine. Yeah. It's perfectly fine. So Let's say hello here. We said hello to beautiful guys. Good morning, Mr. Nick, Miss Marcy, Mr. Donny, Mr. Paul. Welcome. How are you, sir? Mr. A. That's how is Abuja, and the one and only CSB representing London. London is in the house, so we can get going. All right, all right, all right. So, what's my analysis? My analysis on Goldman Sachs, Intel, and VIC. All right, let's take them maybe in what order should we take them? Okay, very quickly. Let me go in the order of least unknown. Actually, in the order that people them know. We're gonna do VIAC, then we're going to do Goldman Sachs, and then we are going to do Intel because I cannot hide it. Maybe it is all right. So Intel, ladies and gentlemen, Intel is going to be a GangstA trade this morning. All right, that should bring at least 5 people on the show. Yeah, they're gonna tell their friend. Who's gonna tell their friend? The guy from California is saying that he's trading Intel GangstA trade. How could he? VIC. VIC, what are we looking at here? Let's go to the daily chart because this is the 15-minute chart. Is the stock gapping down? Well, my friend, if the stock is gapping down according to which that's the good people are trading you are telling me on here. So we are gapping down below, just below or around the exponential moving average 20. That is the green line on my charts. I had to make this, if I could make my chart proper here to show you that. Okay, so it's bearish. So not sure what to. I will if it has a weekly option, fantastic. I will GangstA trade it. I will GangstA trade it. Absolutely perfect. It's down $7. I don't know if he had earnings or whatever, but this is the type of thing that we want to GangstA trade. End of story. As simple as that. So then what's the next one? Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs yesterday, we made money on Goldman Sachs, and we talked about the banks yesterday, right? Remember, I said here in this very show because it's written on my trading journal. If you don't have a trading journal, I use a paper, an actual. Let me show you what my trading journal. I have these books. Yeah, I have tons of them. Since the year. So I record. I like them because they are in a nice format where the date is already on top, and I can just put annotation there. So that's my trading journal. So my trading journal yesterday, live here, I think it was Mr. Donny who was asking about, I don't know which bank stocks. We have been talking about banks since Monday. So this trend, 4 days posting lower lows on Goldman Sachs on here. I'm not sure where the pre-market is as I was busy preparing for this show and my little, no, it wasn't a sermon, tell us. Come on now. I said I was teaching before preaching. So Goldman Sachs is gapping in pre-market because the value you see here in pre-market is off. I don't care about, well, I don't care. That gapping, the direction here, the trend is bearish, right? So Goldman Sachs, if they decide to go sideways or whatever game that they want to play this morning, that's fine. But yesterday, at least, we were able to confidently trade that. Like, again, using the same criteria, right? So at some points on here, at some point it was 10:30 Pacific time, which means that 1:30 Eastern. Below V, we're posting lower lows, so we're all over it. We are using the 322.5 puts. So this morning is gapping about 0.73%. Fine. We are going to allow that trade to show us between today, tomorrow, and even Friday what the outcome could be. Again, basing it from the fact that the trend here is bearish, so the lower Bollinger at 320 is like it's going to behave like a magnet. Oh, sorry. Let me show you. So that's the take on Goldman Sachs. All right. Very good. I have just two more stock really to talk about this morning. So one of them, let's see if somebody is bringing something very helpful. I will be looking for this more and look on FinWiz for them more. Yes, please, 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 please. Do trade put. Do trade put. Okay, so Intel is gapping. Intel, some news came yesterday. One of our trader actually inside our Discord room, I think for most of the viewers on here, you saw that trader got into the trade for Intel on Monday because Intel is one of our trade alerts, right? So Intel is gapping. So let's find out here what we can trade in terms of a GangstA trade for Intel. So for that, let's go into Power E Trade for us on here to take a look. So let me switch my screen. E-Trade, Intel is gapping. Okay, we will come back to this other stock. That's Adobe. It had earnings, and we have a multi-year research on here on earnings. Adobe is part of that because Adobe is part of buckets of AC stock that we trade or thereabouts, and we want to take advantage of that with Adobe. So, but first thing first, à tout seigneur, tout honneur. Yeah, yeah. We used to have our French traders on here. At least one, Mr. Olivier. Sometimes he still come to the show. So hello to Paris, Mr. Olivier. It has been a while. Yeah, it has been a while for me actually to set foot in Paris. Usually I land in the airports on my way to Cameroon, and I do not even get out of the Charles de Gaulle. But hey, in due time, when this whole Wahala finishes, we will resume, hopefully, most likely, the next destination will be Paris, Paris, Paris. All right, here we go. Intel gapping 4.4%. The gap actually was much bigger yesterday. This is on a news of the CEO. They have a press conference yesterday, I believe. They want to build uh, a chip. Yeah, they want to they want to invest in chip manufacturing of chip. I think in the tune of 20 billion of the like. So the market considered it bullish. So yesterday it jumped all the way to maybe 7%. Now this morning is at 4%. Okay, you and I, we are only interested in this. We don't care about that news. Serious. We care about the stock moving. Don't get me wrong, folks. Yeah, I don't care what's moving, making a stock move. uh, whatever news coming in, the fact that that stock is moving, that's where my interest comes in. So Intel on here, Intel, the implied volatility decrease on here, but I mean, from historical perspective, very quickly here, Telex, you're wasting time. The implied volatility is a little bit higher than the usual 40% that we see here. That's how you can see on the implied volatility constellation. So on the call side on here, very quickly, we want to pick, typically we pick 3 strike price. The reason we pick 3 strike price on our GangstA trade, it's because we want to increase the probability of getting a fill, as simple as that. So yesterday, for instance, we can see that you guys can see that. Yeah, let me make sure of that. So 70 calls, they were about 14 to 20 cents. Yeah. So here, if we want to get them in the price range of our GangstA strategy, which is less than 25 cents, it's possible, but that's gonna be on the high end of it. So you see the problem of the GangstA trade, right? So that's really what's going on here. So 14 cents, 15 cents, 14 to 20 cents yesterday. At least today, it's going to demand more than that, or for us to try to get in. So that's maybe the starting point, but the lower starting point. So 71, 70, 71. Yeah, there were 11 to 12. So we can think that the highest they can go today will be 20 cents, and then maybe 72, or all the way really, if you would like. But for me, maybe I will just stop at 70 to 71. Because 72, it's maybe a little too much. And then here we can say that on here we want to offer 15 to 20 cents limit. If you don't know, if you have not had an opportunity for us, the two of us, les yeux dans les yeux, yeah, to explain to you what a GangstA trade is, I mean, most likely this doesn't make sense. So let's find an opportunity where I can exactly what's going on there, because I still have traders who are confused, rightfully so. We're trying to keep things simple, right? The KISS rule, keep it simple and sweet. But some of this concept, they really, trust me, even if it was me, the first time somebody's explaining to me what does he mean by that. So on the put side here, very quickly, on the put side, the puts are going to be cheaper here. Yeah, definitely, the puts are going to be very, very cheap on here. So looking at this, like this 60, they are definitely going to be costing less than the 44 cents that the require yesterday. So for us, we can see on here that we want the 60 puts, the 59, really, maybe not 58 if you will, but I mean, and then we would like to get those for 10-15 cents as well. The puts will be cheaper on here, so we don't want to overspend for them. So even actually really the offer on them should be 10 cents, no more than that. if you will. So that's a GangstA trade there for Intel. All right, last one, not last one, the other one that we want to focus in, it's Adobe. Adobe had earnings yesterday, and out of its earning, it's only gapping up here 1%. So if in case you are wondering, oh, because I've had questions like that, trust me, I like the way that some of our traders are thinking. So somebody asked me yesterday in a coaching session, hey, Telex, since you talk about this triangle all the time, so how about just focusing on earnings? Because on earnings, we cannot just go and strangle every time. The stock will move and we will make money in either direction. Yeah, I stood there for a minute and said, oh, yeah, well, guess what, guys? That strategy is not a sustainable strategy. Because one thing first, the market maker, they will manipulate implied volatility because they know the potential of a stock before earnings, how much it can move up, right? Such that you are not making money in either direction. But even if the stock move in one direction, or your best case scenario will be one of the direction. Let's say you spend $100 on call, you spend $100 on put. One of the direction may give you like 50%. I kid you not, even if you're lucky. Hence, okay, 50%. You're going to take 100 on the call side. Let's say since you guys love calls and the stock goes up, you make 150. The other one will be going to zero. Okay, maybe not zero, but it will lose like 80% of its value. So hence, you find yourself really effectively losing money. So there's no consistency in that. What we are finding consistent, it's consistently being able to make money on it after the earnings are released. The implied volatility come down, and then we can confidently trade using GangstA or using just a straight up directional trade. So that's one we have found consistency on a really a loss in a basket of stocks that for us we use over and over again. Adobe that we are looking at is one of them. So Adobe hasn't been moving that much lately. So really, let's try to do something on here. The study parts of that quant analysis that our subscriber they have. There's a document. I don't have time to bring it up here. That's our subscriber used. That document tells us that Adobe on a per day here we can expect a $3 move. Yeah, in either direction. But we have 3 days, so that's about 10%, right? So 9%, 3% times 3. So that's about 10%. That's we're looking at $45 on here. $45. Okay. I really have to stretch that $45. So that's giving us 415 thereabouts. So how about we try our luck on here? So 415, 410, 405 puts. So by applying that rule. So 405, 410, 415. And again, our purpose on here is to steal this option in the early going, because if the stock continue its movement, let's say it goes to 2% very quickly, it posts like 470, 475. These puts are going to be at that point of time very cheap, and our hope to make money on the put side will be at some point the stocks start coming down and we're able to capitalize on here. So our limit offer on here for days 405, 410, 415. Yeah, I think 15, 20 cents. It's okay. It's an expensive stock, but 15, 20 cents really. I mean, if I don't get a feel and when the market opens, I can definitely just adjust it to 25 or whatever that is on here. It's starting almost neutral at this stage, so it's okay. On the call side, because GangstA trade is a strangle, yeah. Now maybe that's, well, if that was not clear in your mind, then now it had to be. So similar thing on your 45 points. There about over the next 3 days, and again we don't need to be in the money, so hence though the picking those strike prices not being to have to be an exact perfect science, right? We just want to get a feel that the stock will be moving in either direction for us to make money. So that puts us there about above 500. I'm expecting this price to come down a little bit, right? So because the implied volatility wasn't that high. Notice the implied volatility here for this. It's not crazy something like our friend. I'm going to show you a stock here in a minute, literally. That's you have familiar. Yes, that's GME. They had earning yesterday, and you are going to compare the implied volatility here on Adobe versus that one. It's just crazy. So I'm not sure. I mean, these should be coming down. So those 500 there. So that's fine. We can go 500 calls. Let's go by step of. I mean, all the way to 500, 505, and 510. Yeah, because the the spread here yesterday was wild enough, 38 something or whatever. So 15, 20 cents. I'm confident we can get something out of that. All right. So Adobe 405, 410, 415 puts, and 500, 505, 510 calls. They're about. Okay. So just in contrast, here is GME, folks. Yeah. So stock is down 10%. Your implied volatility, yeah, only 500, 520% thereabout. So yeah, good luck there. good luck there. So yeah, okay, maybe okay. Let me know. If you want to trade the 400, 500 calls on GME, the implied volatility is only 479%. And the implied volatility is at that point because it has changed minus 216%. Okay, I say less. Okay, folks, I think I have made my points on this one enough. So for me, if I want to take a bite, because directionally this thing is bearish, right? If I want to take a bite, maybe on the put side of this thing, but even look at this, the stock is trading at $160. The 80 puts, well, they will come down. They will come down. Right now, yes, as of yesterday, they were worth $2. Yeah, so they will come down. So this one, it's a guess. Trying to trade GangstA on here is a pure guess, my friend. There's no way that I can. So yeah, if you want, try your luck with the 100 or anything, but they will still be expensive. They will come down, but they will still be expensive. I'd rather see it before I put any limit order in when we open. All right, I think we have been able to bring you the essence of this pre-market analysis for Wednesday, March the 20th. We wish you a great trading session and we catch you on the next episode. Please practice trading. Your account will thank you later. Until then, have a good day, everybody. Bye bye.